Madden Live. Tap in. Madden Live. 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 Tap in. Madden Live. Live. Tap in. Madden Live. You going? Yeah, you better press in the head first on the deal. I'm gonna go up here.
Here's the longtime Bronco, Jason Elam, to get us started. And we are underway here in London. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll check it off to Falk, complete. Powering his way forward. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Watch out now, 50 Fury.
He'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marshall Falk, 48 yards. And the Ravens need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. From the gun, here's Williams. Flushed out right. That's Ward, complete right side. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Here's Williams. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. Off the play fake, it's Williams. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And he fires one incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 31-yard line. Here's the Pro Bowler, Christian McCaffrey. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Williams. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. Looking to throw is Williams. He'll get this to Ward. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens.
This drive didn't end well, but if they can keep stringing these together, they'll like what they're doing. That was an 8-play drive before it ended in a fumble. So the takeaway's got to be doing what we want to do and doing it well. Just got to take care of the ball at the end.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it 2nd down and 12. They're going to look to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And a failure on 4th down on the other side leads immediately to a 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. To the air, Williams. Completing it. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time out, Charles, they opted to go for it on 4th down in their own territory. Didn't get it. But the defense held strong, and they hold on to this slim lead.
And how about as the defense ran off the field, how about the greeting they got from their teammates on the sideline? They kept that narrow lead by their nice play. Now, let's pay it off for them, right? Punch it in on this drive, take that lead back up to 2 possessions. That would be a nice little thank you gift to them.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And complete to Drake London. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. They go play action here on first down. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
Yeah, let's
So
go.
after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. It's complete. He finds Falk here. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
That is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. Working out of the gun, Williams. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
There's nano blitzer.
Diggs in motion left. Throwing is Williams. Out to the flat here for Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Touchdown, Jaguars. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Jags are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Elam, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
I still managed to stop him, though.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Tackle there by big Jordan Davis. They work now on 2nd and 9. They'll go right back to the ground with Falk. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. 3rd down and 6. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Parsons. And the Jaguars are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A final shot before break. Williams looking long for Thomas.
Oh, my goodness.
Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Brian Thomas, as time expires in the first half. And the Jaguars have taken the lead on the final play of the first half. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Michael Dana. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. To throw, Williams. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football in the places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
A give up the middle to Johnson. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Looking to throw. Williams. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 29-yard line. Up the middle, Johnson. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Williams. Over the middle, complete. It's Thomas. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. A yard, all they need, but it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Williams. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Chris Johnson. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point by Elam, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. And they're going to start this drive. It's the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They make their second half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now.
I say, who on me?
Charles, a touchdown drive on the other side, so now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do.
Oh, it's bad boy, huh? Oh, it's bad boy, huh? Bad boy records, bad boy entertainment. Now, first off, in the celebratory manner, welcome back to the channel. It is finally happening. after weeks, after months of waiting for some type of, let's say, update in this case. We weren't even just waiting for the arrest. Just some type of update on the diddler. He's locked up. It's over. Now, could you really imagine if it was that simple? If you've been a little bit out of the loop in terms of, let's say, current events, the diddler, aka Puff, aka Diddy, I ain't gonna say the other nicknames because it's a little bit zesty, a little bit sus. I ain't calling the other man Love, man. That's off the radar.
How do I address you?
You can call me Love.
Diddy was detained last night, I think it was last night, by federal authorities in New York.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. But despite the completion, they're
Now, I'm not the type of person to pray on somebody's downfall. I'm not the type of person to wish harm or anything of that nature towards another individual. You know, even celebrate something of this magnitude. But when you've done so much, I mean, come on, it's Diddy. It's Diddy. When you've acted in such a manner, when it comes to the grooming, when it comes to towards females, when it comes to domestic violence, just violence in general. Oh, you get what you want. Oh, take that. Oh, I like it when you scaling and squirming. I ain't, hey, man. And they've been building this case up for months. I don't know if he's gonna get indicted, but they've been building this case up for a month. They said back during the raids in March, you know, when his son dropped that diss track against, I think, 50 Cent, saying that they went to the wrong house. Dumbass. It was reported that they seized over 1,000 bottles of lubricants and baby oil.
You a freaky fraud! You a freaky fraud!
Diddy faces charges such as racketeering, sexual exploitation, things of that nature when it comes to prostitution, all those type of charges in the run of the mill. It should be interesting. It should be very interesting how things turn out, but it's not just about Diddy here. That's not what we're focused on. I mean, it's what we're partially focused on, majority, but let's really remember the people who associated with Diddy, the people who took a picture with Diddy, attended events with Diddy. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Mr. Happy International Women's Day. Everybody who associated with Diddy needs to be investigated. I don't care how high on the celebrity spectrum it is. It could be LeBron James. It can be, I'm not getting political with it, but he got pictures, Donald Trump. It could be Keanu Reeves, and you know, I'm not gonna say that Keanu on that time. You know, we're not gonna proclaim that. But hypothetically speaking, it could be anybody. It's somewhat of a day of celebration. In a sense. Not exactly, but in a sense. It's a progressive step forward. And it should encourage a lot of people, you know, it should encourage a lot of people to maybe not participate or partake in these activities, or let's say associate with these type of individuals. All right, if you have natural talent, you don't gotta do the sexual parties or sexual favors. You ain't gotta take that. You ain't gotta sign with no major label or company. You do your own thing. So on that note, we're gonna let the stories develop and all that. I'm not gonna, you know, ponder on the topic too much. We're gonna spin it back with the wrestling content. Got a video that I'm cooking up for y'all. And on that note, yeah, that's the video for today. So you enjoy the rest of your day, evening, night, whenever you're watching. I should say afternoon, whenever. Take care and peace out.
Everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party, so.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah. Freaky fraud! You a freaky fraud!
Baby girl lost it, it ain't capping the slightest. She say I should be like a Midas. When we walk in the room, we the brightest. Different times, but I'm steady vibing. In the mud, but I better stay strapping. With the thing that I always be thriving. Pretty steps, but I cannot quit climbing.
Maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. 3rd and 9 here. Looking to throw. Williams. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 37. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's got Thomas yet again, complete. So it's the Jaguars who come away with a win, and it was their quarterback.
not that you need to worry about another man else me. But if that other man is around you, he's a part of your lifestyle. You know, you gotta focus, bro. You know what I'm saying? Focus, my nigga. Mm, valid. Mm-hmm. That's the I have nothing. No, mm, no, that's not. If you're not doing anything, you just magically have a You wouldn't have been on that block at this time if it wasn't for him. Mm-hmm. You are comfortable. Mm-hmm. You're comfortable. I don't owe any money. It's like, time. It could be. No, none of them. So it's tying me up. Every day. You're mad because he gave you another man. Yes. Another day, you gotta think about it. We all know how giving take a sense. I mean, and not for my person that person really is. How am I gonna get around and what? Chat the audio. The what? Chat, the audio. The what? Hello? Chat, the audio.
29-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And complete to Drake London. And way up past the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. To the air, Williams. Completing it. And hit behind the line. He lost the side, so now it's a 2-score game.
That's what we're focused on. I mean,
Let me see something. What the fuck?
To the air, Williams.
Alright.
Set to go, Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors. And here.
Fuck.
Bring that return to an abrupt halt.
Let me turn it up. Turn that shit up a little bit. It should be hitting yellow.
Throwing right away is Williams. On the catch, this is Chris Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Here's Williams. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. And they'll run it here. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Third down and 13. To throw, it's Williams. He'll get this into the hands of the wideout from LSU. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And he slings one that's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Looking to throw is Williams. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. They'll go. Here's Williams. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. To throw once more. Here's Williams. Thomas brings it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the gun, here's Williams. Oh, wide open receiver. It's Harrison. And the Patriots are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. We're scoreless after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Auto. Bad.
Now they send a man in motion right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Second and goal from the 1. To the air, Williams. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now you got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. They'll look to throw for it with Williams. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown.
Line up him.
Stephon Diggs there to make the grab. And the Pats post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. And he will get in to make it 8-0. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. And Stroud now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back.
Oh shit. You already have him. Hot pot, good help.
Firehouse Subs, Hook and Ladder jingle, take 94. Guys, singing higher does not make it faster. Guys,
Fall into savings on your next vehicle all month long at Meeeee. Hurry and shop the Mid-Atlantic's largest selection today. Meeeee makes car buying easy and affordable with fall's best savings like thousands off MSRP or special low-rate financing. Plus, get the most for your current vehicle when you sell or trade in. Discover how Meeeee makes car buying and trading easy and fall into savings today.
It's easy at Meeeee.
Hey, how's it going, family? Welcome back to another video. Thank you for joining me. I hope you're doing well. Today I have an interesting video to share with you all. It's called The Dangerous, or actually Welcome to the Murder Capital of America. This is taking place in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and we have a UK man who has come and done a documentary, and I believe it reveals precisely what's wrong with the urban black community, precisely why we continue to see the prisons being filled with black faces, precisely why the violence is never ending and the death statistics continue to rise. As we go through this video, we are going to discuss these problems, maybe possibly suggest the solutions, hear from the horse's mouth itself exactly why the urban black community is precisely where it is. I promise it's going to be a good one. 2 million views on YouTube. Let us begin.
Every year I go to America's murder capital. Last year I was in New Orleans. This year I'm in Baton Rouge, which is looking like it's set to be the murder capital of 2024.
Record shattered in Baton Rouge.
The city has seen 34 homicides in just the first 3 months of this year, shattering the record of 27 homicides in the first quarter of 2021.
Just pay my bills.
This video. This nigga, reacting. Not even reacting. His ass is watching that shit.
Just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
I'm gonna read from Tao Te Ching, verse 55. Okay. One who embraces Tao will become pure and innocent, like a newborn babe. Deadly insects will not sting him. Wild beasts will not attack him. Birds of prey will not strike him. He is oblivious to the union of male and female, yet his vitality is full. His inner spirit is complete. He can cry all day without straining. So perfect is his harmony. So magically does he blend with this world. Know this harmony. It brings the eternal. Know the eternal, it brings enlightenment. A full life, this is your blessing. A gentle heart, this is your strength. Things in harmony with Tao remain. Things that are forced grow for a while, but then wither away. This is not Tao. Whatever is not Tao comes to an early end. So, there is many things to be said on verse 55 of the Tao Te Ching that I read just 5 minutes prior, and I thought, hey, why not share this? So it says, one who embraces Tao will become pure and innocent like a newborn babe. When I think of the term Tao, T-A-O, in my opinion, I used to think of Christ back in the day when I was really into Christianity. I used to think of God. I used to think of the universe. But right now, in my mind, I think about consciousness. I think about awareness. So what if I replace the word Tao with consciousness and read it to you again? One who embraces Tao, one who embraces consciousness, will become pure and innocent, like a newborn babe. And so I'll skip the other parts, which is like, yeah, deadly insects will not sting him, wild beasts will not attack him, birds of prey will not strike him. In my opinion, this just has to go with the animalistic tendencies and the animalistic instincts that are in reality. You know, so when you're in reality, there's a lot of threat. There's a lot of threat that is attracted towards all individuals, you know? For some individuals, it's more than others. For other individuals, it's less than others, etc. The thing is, however, that it is all based off of your consciousness. It is all based off who you are. I had a YouTube channel, my first YouTube channel, probably not my first, but Mania Must Die. That was a time of my life when I had a different type of consciousness, you know what I'm saying? In my opinion, it was a lower consciousness because I was not as developed, of course, as I am now, and it's going to be like that even as I continue to go on and on. Just like the videos you guys seen months ago, I'm a totally, not totally, but I'm a different person than those couple of months. You know, I change every week, bro. I'm really not lying. Like, when you walk with life, when you walk with that spirit, you change all the time, bro. You are not the same person because you're not an inanimable object that just stays the same. You are not, bro. You are made in the image of the creator, quote unquote. So,
huge return into their territory.
He is oblivious to the union of male and female, yet his vitality is full. He knows what goes on. He knows the game. He understands what people are doing behind the curtains. He can see it. He can feel it. He can see the way these people are. However, what did it say? His vitality is full. He is full of life. He is full of energy. He is full of the thing that was granted to him, the gift of life that everybody wastes. That everybody wastes on the sock, that everybody wastes to a computer screen, that everybody wastes on a girl's butt cheek, that everybody wastes on a girl's face, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real. However, the thing is that so many people just don't get it, bro. It's like, bro, how do you not understand that there's so many ways to tell y'all the game? And some people will just never learn, bro, or they just won't believe it because, oh, I've tried it and I failed. So since I can't do it, no one can. You know, I'm gonna just give up and I'm gonna just settle for the reality that is all around me. That all I see, like, no, bro.
I don't think touchdowns are gonna come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all
notice harmony. It brings the eternal. Know the eternal. It brings enlightenment. Things in harmony with consciousness remain. Things that are in harmony with consciousness. When you think about consciousness, consciousness is derived from the self. Consciousness is derived from looking within. Things such as fashion, art, any expression, any video, anything that a person, anything that's a representation, anything that's a symbol that is aligned with the harmony of consciousness will thrive compared to something that is aligned with ego. Look at, for my example, because you know I like music, look at rap. Look how garbage rap is right now due to the people that are representing rap. Look at it. Garbage. No offense to the people too, because they can still rap. Those rappers can still rap. Very skilled rappers. However, nothing is aligned truthfully that much in consciousness. Maybe a tiny bit, but majority of the music that is propagated to the masses is the same damn thing. And no wonder it's falling. No, but that's just another story. But that example has to do with everything around you. If you do not align yourself with your consciousness, if you do not align yourself within, you will continue to be lost. You will continue to feel misdirected. You will continue to live every day feeling like you are not going anywhere because you're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere within. If you are not rising from your sacral chakra all the way up to the third eye, bro, then you are going nowhere because the real growth is within you. Stop caring about these going to, I used to be the same way. Oh, I want to go out to all these vacations. I want to go out to a trip. I just want to go out. I want to go explore. And it's like, bro, you can go across the whole world. You can go anywhere. You can go to space. But if you do not change within yourself, if you do not rise up in consciousness within yourself, you will forever just feel stagnant, even if you are a celebrity. That's why when I look at these celebrities, when I see these rappers, I can literally read them like the back of my hand because I can tell exactly what they're going through. Lack of consciousness, bro. Lack of consciousness, being put into a position where you're pedestalized, you're idolized, all these things. However, you are bringing destruction to these people deep down and you know it. However, you have to numb yourself with drugs, with anything that can stimulate yourself and give you a sense of that peace, of that everlasting bliss, a sense of that real deal consciousness, bro. That's really how it is, bro, and that's how most people hide, bro. Most people just live a bullshit life hiding, bro. Things in harmony with Tao, with consciousness, remain. Things that are forced to grow for a while, so you can force. So things that are forced grow for a while. So things that are forced through consciousness will grow for a bit. So okay, so like, you can be some guy that has like this idea for something, and you really want it to fruition. You really want it to come through. This is a great idea. Wow, this is great. I need to share this with the world. I need to blah, 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 blah. Because you know what I'm saying? But since you're trying to force this onto people, since you're trying to force anything onto someone, it's never going to stick through. It's only going to be heard, but it's going to go out the ear. And maybe my videos have done that to some people, which is okay. Because you know what I'm saying? We're all like, none of us are perfect. You know what I'm saying? None of us are perfect. We're imperfectly perfect. That's the best way to describe it. But the thing is, bro, is like you just can't force it, and that's what I was saying yesterday when I was talking to you about my weed experience, bro. Like you can't force, like I can't even force these videos, bro. Like I can't force myself to just be like most other people and just be like, no offense to them, you know what I'm saying? But I can't just make my best work by forcing myself to just be like, hey, I got to push this out to someone. If it's music, if it's me making music, I can force myself to do it. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I'll make songs where I'll like it, but it won't be too crazy for me. It's kind of just like me doing reps, you know, and then there'll be that one rep where I PR on music, where I rap some shit that just, I'm kind of like, damn, this shit is hidden, and I'm flowing really good, and that's when, you know what I'm saying? That's when I may expose it, etc., you know, show some people for the fucks of it. But other than that, this is just mainly to tell you guys that consciousness is so important, and even for me on my second day being sober, let me just tell y'all, I couldn't sleep for a thing, but I slept for probably 2 hours and it was terrible. I went in my bed, on my couch, because I sleep on the couch. I was with my mom. I went on the couch at I went to the couch at 12 p.m. and I probably was falling asleep by 3 to 4, bro, because the whole time it's like my body's tired, but my mind is not tired. My mind just keeps going, and that's why weed also did help with just shutting down the mind, because I have a strong fucking mind. I have a strong, powerful mind. I have a mind that can think really fast and really sharp and think really deep. I'm a very deep thinker, bro. I'm not someone that's just a surface level person. That's why I don't do good in this surface level reality, where all these people just, hey, hi, how's your day? Oh yeah, yeah. It's just like, bro, it's surface level. Like, don't you guys think about what's going to happen after you're gone from this like physical existence? Like, don't you think deep? Like, don't you have some consciousness, but people lack consciousness to the point where they're just the whole time.
And you want to pay off.
That's all they do, bro. They just go acting like clowns, bro. And then when they see some guy that looks different, that isn't looking like a dumbass, that isn't just going through the motions like a stupid, like walking straight, posture on point. Because I got great posture, but I forget when I sit. So I'm trying to make sure that my posture is right, bro, because I look better when my posture is good. You know, I feel better.
And that meeting didn't
but
go so well.
I'm tweaking right now the way I'm acting on this, bro. But look. The moral of the story, bro, consciousness is everything. Living according to conscience, do it to your best ability, and you will probably start to feel like that guy over there that probably wishes he could be me. You feel me? Other than that, Charles, I'm out. BFL NGB, Bachelor for Life never going broke. When I say Bachelor for Life never going broke, it's not about a bitch, it's not about a woman, it's not about none of that, bro. It's about, I'm not going broke in spirit. I'm not giving my dick away to no hoe. I'm not giving nothing away, bro. I am selfish, and I forgot this when I was high, because when I was high, I would look at girls, and I'd be like, God damn, man, I'd be like, bro, weed was having me looking at girls like, thinking, acting, like, you know what I'm saying? Just acting in like ways I wouldn't usually do. But then my first day sober, bro, working yesterday, I wasn't looking at no girl, but I was straight in my zone, in my bully. You feel me? But I still got love for y'all shorties, man. You know what I'm saying? Even though y'all are low-key the devil. Hey, but otherwise, I'm out.
Return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. From the red zone now. Oh, what a hit! Jars the ball loose. And the Dolphins got it.
Ask Madden.
Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races.
Lee Diggs.
And this will be a scoop and score. He brings it back for the touchdown.
Man.
Well, Brock, we both know there's some guys who are only looking to make the tackle and end the play. Others come in hunting for the football and forcing fumbles in hopes of getting exactly what we just saw.
And it could be tough for these receivers. A lot of times, they know contact is coming, but they don't always get to prepare for it because they don't always see it.
Yeah.
In these elite defenses, well, they view a completed pass.
energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. That's going to be taken in at the
We care about everything, more than anything.
Some space past the 30. And a good return here. Past the 35.
Oh, this is beautiful.
98% use. Reality is a game. There are winners and there are losers. Now, what actually makes somebody a winner in their reality is their ability to create their desired reality, which is exactly why you're watching this video. And I will show you how to do that. It's very important, however, that you know why 98% of people lose the game that is reality, because that's what it is. It's a game. And I'm going to give you 5 rules of the game that you definitely never heard anybody tell you when you first landed on this physical plane that, hey, here's how you win this game. We always think it's something to do with finances or learning this particular form of education, but there is no better education in the universe than universal education. Metaphysics is the highest level of knowledge, which is why there's literal secret societies dedicated to making sure you never learn what I'm about to tell you.
Volley set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now.
How do we win the game that is reality?
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
If that's a question you never asked yourself, then I don't know, man. I don't know what I want for you, but I can definitely guarantee that
drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
More than likely you have. The first thing is this. You have to be very, very particular in the way that you see the world around you, because until you change the way you look at life, life won't change the way it looks at you. Quite literally, because you are reality, you are the universe, you are your own universe. But before I actually drop the 5 rules, I have to make this very, very apparent to you that 98% of the world view life as a battle. And so long as you see life or reality as a battle, then it will be. And that's mainly because of one of the particular rules that I'll get into. But the first thing you have to realize is that it's not a battle, it's a game. And once you see life as a game, having this level of perception raises you above quite literally 98% of people that are trapped by their self-inflicted torments, their self-inflicted suffering, failures, and misfortunes due to seeing life as a battle, inherently meaning that it has to be almost conflict somewhere along the line. But once you see it as a game and you normalize it, you then understand the cheat codes that I'm about to drop you right now that is going to make all the difference in all of this. So make sure you really lock into what I'm about to say.
And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Williams. He finds Johnson. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
The first rule of the game. Make sure you got your notes out. I want to see notes in the comments. Remember, if you're here watching this shit past the time, nigga, you better kick off this video. We're only dedicated to one thing here. And that is you being able to create your desired reality without all the kind of new agey corny stuff. Unfortunately, I ain't got no vegan sandals on. Crystals, I ran out of those, and unfortunately my my alkaline food is yeah, it's not here. I eat meat, pause. Anyways, rule number 1.
From the 39 now after that explosive
reality
start to this drive.
Is
Williams
not
on first. Ooh,
a physical game.
Cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play.
Now you have to understand, I don't know when you got into this particular type of knowledge, but for the most part, most people play the game of reality thinking it's a physical game. And what I mean by that is, they're confined within the third dimensional structure and merely perpetuate the idea that this is all that exists, and the cause and effect of what takes place within this realm happens solely within this third dimensional realm, not understanding that there are multiple dimensions, there are 3 planes, and we're going to get into that. But reality is not a physical game. So what most people do is this. Most people work hard. Now, it's safe to say, chances are you grew up in a particular type of household where you saw your parents working extremely hard. You're probably in that position right now, trying to work hard to pay off your debts, your bills, and so on and so forth. And you work really, really hard to make changes. Now, what you don't understand is where you are. Because once you understand what reality really is, you'll no longer think that the game that you're playing is a physical game. It's not about physical action. Working hard is another way of saying action. It's not about your physical action. It's really about understanding the behind the scenes. So, most people work hard. That's what most people do. So I'll put a big 98% here like you saw at the start. 98%
up, 1st and 10 from the 42.
Can't lie, I am never wiping this whiteboard with my fingers again. That is absolutely disgusting. We're never ever doing that again. One thing you lot don't know about me is that I'm a real clean freak. I'm just not into all the trampy stuff. But anyways, 98% of people work hard. They take physical action to get a result. They think the way that they win the game in their heads is through taking action. Action specifically within the third dimensional realm that we call reality. And this is why so many of us watch our parents growing up in the same cycles over and over again, and it's because they're not understanding how the real game is played. Taking action in the third dimensional realm is irrelevant because reality is not a physical game. What is reality then, Nero? Because it's not a physical game. Get to it, Nero. Relax. You're gonna get some. Reality is a mental,
sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you
spiritual,
send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense.
That's the first thing you have to realize. The real game is played mentally and spiritually. The real game is what you can't see. That is the real game. That's how it really works. Now, coming to this understanding that most people play the game by taking physical action with the third dimensional realm, the people that truly win the game are those individuals that are able to play the game on the mental plane.
Backed up now after the penalty. It's 3rd down.
Nero, what do you mean? Relax. You're gonna get some. Remember, reality is not a physical game. Reality is not a physical game. Beat that into your head, because unfortunately, you've been caught up in the same mistake as everybody else. And until you break free from these lies, you're gonna be like that fly that is trapped in your crib trying to get outside by bashing into the window. Pause on the bashing. But if it just done a 180-degree turn in terms of its paradigm, it'd be able to fly out the window. Now, you have to understand this. There are 3 planes of existence. For the purpose of breaking down the true game to you, I'm only going to go into 2 of them. There is the mental plane.
No, he did not just.
And they can't connect on the deep low. Still a couple of snaps to play with though here. We've got 2nd down.
And there is the physical play.
Defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the
now,
big play, especially at the NFL level.
The physical play is what we call reality. It's where people are working really hard to make a change. This is the realm of effect. The mental plane is the realm of cause. Now, how most people think is, I want to win this game. I want to create my desired reality. What can I do physically to change my reality? Essentially, what that is saying is, how do I change an effect by changing an effect?
If you're an artist like me, you know how daunting a blank page can be. So when it comes to starting a business and building a website, I have a solution that jumpstarts you past that blank.
That don't make sense. If you want to change an effect, as you know, you must change the cause. An effect cannot change an effect. An effect can only be changed by a cause. Stay with me now. Stay with me now. What most people do is they take the physical action that they think will get them towards the direction that they want, without first changing the cause that is creating that physical action. I'll give you an example. Think about New Year's. New Year's, everybody wants to hit their New Year's resolutions of getting big in the gym, whatever. That's why I'm currently training like a Kashira. If you don't know what that means, and think about it like a hyperbolic time changer. It's literally solo level. But anyways,
the Jaguars are going to call their first
what often happens is that people who are unfit mentally, and I'll draw the example. Let's say somebody wants to get in shape, somebody wants to get fit. Mentally, they're unfit. On the mental plane, they're unfit, but they attempt to take the physical action of getting fit to become fit. So they take all the physical action that they think they need to take to get fit. Now, unfortunately, what often happens is that they'll go to the gym for a couple weeks, maybe even a couple months, and then they fall off. Why? Because mentally, on the mental plane, in the realm of cause, they are unfit. And you cannot go outside of the confinements or the boundaries of what your mind has constructed to be the truth. So if you're unfit mentally, you can take action physically of being fit, but it's only a matter of time before your mind traps you back into that loop. It's the same thing. People will work physically hard wanting to be rich without realizing that they're still in a state of poverty on the mental plane. And this is how the real game is played. So,
and that last pass falls incomplete.
And it all comes down to 3 words. I could break down the 3 words to you like this. Just remember these 3 words. So, these 3 words are be, do.
I watched this video before.
Have you ever felt like you are trapped in poverty, like it's an escape room, like it's a maze, like it's some place that feels like no matter how hard you work, no matter how hard you try, you can't get out? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you how you can finally, once and for all, for the rest of your life, escape the poverty programming trap. Because poverty program, why do I say escape the poverty programming trap? Because poverty can't exist in your experience unless it first exists in your expectation, or in the expectation of someone who was responsible for you while you were growing up in the world. So we have to understand that poverty is a mindset, just like wealth is a mindset. And we talked about that on other videos, like the difference between rich people, poor people, and middle-class people is not how much money they have, but it's how they think about money and what they think the primary purpose of money is. Poor people think the primary purpose of money is paying bills, so therefore every time they get some money, they go pay some bills. So to them, it's not even payday, it's transfer day. We talked about the fact that to middle-class people, they think the primary purpose of money is to buy things they can't afford and pay their bills on time so they can maintain good credit, so they can buy more things they can't really afford. But rich people believe that the primary purpose of money is to turn it into more money before you spend any of the money that you just made. That's the mindset that makes the difference. That's the programming that makes the difference between poor people, rich people, and middle-class people. Now, why do we talk about programming? What's another reason we talk about programming? We talk about programming because understand this, we will never behave consistently in a way that's inconsistent with our programming. Your programming produces more of your results than your conscious thinking does. Like, it's ingrained in you, it's ingrained in me, but you can change the programming. And if you've been programmed for poverty, you will be poor until you change the programming. So what I'm going to do in this video is show you how to escape the poverty programming trap. So what's the first thing you have to do? Well, you have to understand that poverty programming is a trap and that you need to escape. There's a verse in scripture, it says in Proverbs 6:4, it says, go to the ant, no, Proverbs 6:4, it says, give not sleep to thine eyes, nor slumber to thine eyelids. Deliver thyself, that's talking about escaping, as the roe from the hand of the hunter, as a bird from the hand of the fowler. So you have to escape from sleep like you escape from, like a deer escapes from a hunter, like a bird escapes from a bird trapper. Okay, and then it says, Go to the ant, thou sluggard, consider her ways and be wise, which having no guide or overseer or ruler, provideth her meat in the summer and gathereth her food in the harvest. How long wilt thou sleep, O sluggard? When wilt thou arise out of thy sleep? Yet a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands of sleep. So shall thy poverty come as one that traveleth, and thy want as an armed man. So poverty, one of the things we have to do if we want to escape the poverty programming trap is we have to learn how to have a vehement hatred for poverty. Like, the reason I'm not poor is because I hate poverty so much, I beat it as far away from my door as I possibly could, and then I beat it some more. I hate poverty. I hated, and maybe you don't. Maybe you hate not having other people's approval more than you hate not having your own autonomy. I don't know. Maybe you hate people thinking you're crazy more than you hate not having enough money in the bank. Like, I don't really, Myron, you're so obsessed with money. I don't really care if you think that. I don't care. I hate being broke more than I hate you thinking that. And until you hate, like, being broke and having to rob Peter to pay Paul until there's a knock on the door one day, and it's Peter and Paul, and they're both there standing with their hands out talking about, I want my money today. Right? If you're tired of living like that, I got tired of living like that. I got tired of living a life where I made this beautiful woman all these great promises, and now here she is, 8 months pregnant with our first child, and our electricity and our water are both disconnected. Not because I wasn't willing to work hard, I was working hard, but what I was working on wasn't working for me. It was working on me, but it wasn't working for me. And I got tired of having to tell my children no before I even knew what the question was, because I knew we didn't have enough money to buy it. I got tired. I hated the fact that when we got ready to go on vacation, after working hard for a whole year, we're going to take a 2-week vacation, and we're going to take 2 days and drive from Pennsylvania to Florida, because we lived in Pennsylvania at the time. My wife's parents lived in Florida. I said Pennsylvania to Florida. Pennsylvania to Texas. My wife's parents lived in Texas. We drive for 2 days to spend 10 days with our in-laws, and then drive for 2 days to get back home. I hated that that's what vacation was. Vacation wasn't going to Hawaii. It wasn't going to Greece. It wasn't going to Israel. It wasn't going to Europe or going to Mexico or going to Canada and spending a week in Banff. It was just like you go and you work on vacation so you can spend time with your family because there's no other time you can. I hated it. I hated it. I hated everything about it. I hated the fact that the 4 months of my married life that I was on welfare, yes, I was on welfare for 4 months. I hated when I was sitting in that welfare office and that woman said to my wife, she said, you know, we could give you more money if he wasn't in the house. First of all, he has a name. Second of all, it's not the house, it's our house. You see how I got an attitude. You say, why? Because I hate poverty. I hate what it does to people. I hate that poverty forces people to eat junk food because they can't afford real food. I hate the fact that poverty causes people to drive ragged.
The best place for creators to make money in the creator economy is Kajabi.
You don't need a huge following to
cars that cause them to get in accidents because they can't afford a car that'll keep them safe. I hate poverty. And until you hate poverty, you will not beat it far away from the door enough that you don't have to deal with it anymore. So you have to hate poverty. That's like you want to escape the poverty program trap. Like develop a disgust with being broke. Develop a disgust with not having enough money. Like the love of money is the root of all evil. That's right. The love of money is the root of all evil. But you don't even know what that verse means. Like people who quote it to me on YouTube, it literally makes me chuckle every time I read it. Money's the root of all evil. First of all, it doesn't say that. It says the love of money is the root of all evil. Myron, it does say love of money. It does say love of money is the root of all evil. But the key word in that verse is the word all, which means all types, all manner, all kinds. It does not mean all, every single solitary. The love of money is clearly not the root of every single solitary evil in the world. Like, think about it. It can't be. If that were the case, Adam and Eve would have eaten the fruit because the serpent paid them. The love of money is not the root of every single solitary evil. The love of money is the root of all types, all kinds, all manner of evil. What does it mean? The love of money is the root of all evil means people will do all types of things if they love money, right? For the love of money, people will sell drugs to children. For the love of money, pharmaceutical companies will sell drugs to the population that they know will harm them. For the love of money, cigarette companies will sell tobacco. The love of money is the root of all types, all kinds, all manner of evil. That's what it means. So if you want to quote it in its context with its definitions and understand what you're talking about. Anyway, I hate poverty. I hate it. I loathe it. It's disgusting to me. I hate what it does to people. I hate what it does to families. I hate the arguments that it causes between husbands and wives and the arguments that it causes between children and parents. And I hate the fact that there are people living in the dark right now because they don't have money. There are people living under a bridge because they don't have money. Like, at some place, at some point in their life, they did not hate poverty enough to beat it away from the door. And I hate it that much. Like, I really hate poverty. I hate inconvenience. I hate being hassled. And like, for instance, like when I fly, I only fly on private jets. People think I'm flexing. I'm not flexing. I just hate TSA. I hate it. It's so stupid. It's like they find the dumbest people in the world and they give them this job, and they wanted to be a CIA agent and they couldn't pass the test, so they could be a TSA agent, and they think they're a CIA agent and they think they're saving the world from me. Because I have a brace on my leg. Oh, well, no, we got to take you to the back room. We have to scan. We have to see the top of the... Like, no, you don't. I go through TSA all the time. And I'm TSA pre. And they still, it doesn't matter. If one wants to flex, if a TSA agent wants to flex, there's nothing you can do. You have no recourse. I hate that. So I fly private so I don't have to go through that. I hate the fact that, like, the airports lose your luggage. If you miss your flight, flat out of luck. Okay. But if they cancel your flight, you're still flat out of luck. I hate it. So I'm going to make enough money so that poverty doesn't impact me in negative ways because I hate it. When you hate poverty, like, I love having a choice. Money gives me choices. Myron, do you love money? I love having a choice. And I hate poverty. What do I mean when I say hate poverty and hate poverty's partners? What are poverty's partners? Poverty has a lot of partners. I'm going to name 4 partners that poverty has. I'm going to name 4 partners of poverty that you have to hate, and you have to hate them enough to keep them away from you, far enough away from you, so they don't rob you of all your chances. So the first one that I'm going to name is sleep, or I'm going to put sleep/laziness. The Bible says, "Love not sleep." This is what it says: "Love not sleep, lest thou come to poverty." So people, oh, you love sleep. I don't love sleep. I sleep because it's essential. I like the way sleeping makes me feel. I like the way it makes me feel. I like feeling rested more than I like feeling tired, but I don't love sleep. Sleep is not an objective in itself. It's an objective for an objective. And that objective is to be rested enough to go out and create something that other people value enough to pay me for it so I can live my life without being in poverty, because I hate poverty. I know I've said that a bunch of times, but I'm emphasizing that because I am telling you, until you get to the point where you hate poverty, like when I was poor, I hated poverty enough not to watch the electronic income reducer. What's that? Television. For some people now, it's their smartphones, right? I hated poverty enough not to watch television. I'm not going to watch other people live their dreams while I'm living a nightmare, right? I hated it. I hated poverty enough. Like, my daughter was a teenager. She's the youngest. She was a teenager when we had a television, like with channels. She was probably 14, 15, 16 years old before we had a television. Why? Because I finally felt like I was making enough money where I could afford to watch television. I wasn't going to watch it while I was broke. Why? Because I hated laziness.
Poverty's a mindset.
So sleep, that's one. 2.
It's like like no matter how much money you get, you'll eventually go back to zero. Like
I don't even know how to spell gluttony.
They didn't.
So we're just going to.
It's something that they didn't teach us, or something that we didn't develop along the way, where we'll continue to go back to zero.
You spell it.
They say like 80.
I can't believe this. He's doing a YouTube video.
85% of people.
When you do your YouTube videos,
or 80% of people.
I'm okay with it.
Barely have $1,000 in their savings.
See, you hate misspelled words. I hate poverty. Like 80%. Everybody has their thing they hate.
That's
it's okay.
Like a lot of people.
Be yourself, okay? So gluttony. What do I mean? Like, gluttony is a poverty programming trap. Here's what the scripture says: the drunkard and the glutton shall lie down together, and drowsiness will clothe a man with rags. It says, woe, the scripture says, woe unto you, O land, when your princes eat, when your king is a child. Woe unto you, O land, when your king is a child, and when your princes eat in the morning for drunkenness and not for strength. So the scripture says we should, like, gluttony, like eating too much. Why? Because when you eat too much, you don't have enough energy to go out and fight poverty away from your doorstep. Right? So gluttony, okay?
If you
Drunkenness. So drunkenness is also like,
drunkenness is probably
but man, you don't
high.
understand. I just need a drink after work because I'm just so stressed out.
No,
I submit to you that maybe you're stressed out because you're broke. And your needing a drink is keeping you broke. Now, personally, I quit drinking when I was 11. And now, as an adult, I don't have any brain cells to sacrifice on the altar of I'm stressed out. I'm not going to do it. Why? Because I don't want to be broke. We could call all of these partners of poverty, we could call them the partners of poverty called self-indulgence. Self-indulgence. Self-indulgence creates poverty. Isn't that fascinating? What creates wealth? Service to other people. Remember I did a video on money is not wealth. If you want to see a video that would really explain what I'm talking about right now, it's called Money is Not Wealth. Money is not wealth. What's wealth? Wealth is your ability to create value for someone other than you. That's your wealth. And the greater your ability is to create a greater value for a greater number of people, the wealthier you are. So, self-indulgence leads to poverty. Now, there's another one. Are you ready? Can you handle it?
Self-indulgence leads to poverty.
Number 4, evil. Evil is a poverty programming trap. Why? Because poverty is the result of spiritual warfare. Satan is a god of lack. The thief cometh not but for to steal, to kill, to destroy. If somebody kills, steals, or destroys, guess what you have? Less. Lack is the result of the enemy. Jesus said, but I am come that you might have life and that you might have it more abundantly. Okay, so let's look at this. What does the scripture say? What does the scripture refer to the devil as? That old serpent, the devil. Right? The old serpent, that old serpent, the devil. What old serpent? The old serpent from way back in the Garden of Eden. What did he do? He deceived Eve by getting her to focus on the thing she lacked, and her giving focus and attention and intention to the thing she lacked caused her to lose all the stuff she had. They had the abundance of every tree of the garden thou mayest freely eat. They had the abundance of every freely. The serpent said unto the woman, yea, hath God said ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden? So he took out the word freely, added the word not, changed the meaning. The woman then took out the word freely and every, she said, we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the trees in the midst of the garden we shall not eat it, neither shall we touch it lest we die. Satan said, ye shall not surely die, but God doth know the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes will be open, and you shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, do y'all see what just happened? Satan's got her attention on what was missing. And as soon as he got her attention on what was missing, then she set her intention on that thing that